Hi, my name is Tamsin Dearnley and I'm a harpist. So I'm going to be teaching you how to play one of my favourite pieces, the very beautiful traditional Welsh tune Marwnad Yr Ehedydd, which means in English, Elegy for a Skylark. It's an absolutely beautiful tune and it's not difficult to play. So we're going to be playing it in E minor, which means that if your harp is tuned in E flat, you want to first put your harp into C by adding your E, A and B levers, and then to C you want to add your F sharps, so put on your Fs as well. So in total you should have your E, F, A and B levers up. Alright, let's get going. Okay, so for this piece, we're going to start on the E, F and G. So we're going to get 3 fingers, or 2 fingers and a thumb, of your right hand, and we're going to place them on the E, the F and the G. So 3 strings in a row. I'm playing 2 E's above middle C here. So if this is middle C, this is my first E above middle C, and this is my second E above middle C. So I'm playing it here, but obviously depending on the size of your harp, or if it's more comfortable, if you want to play it down here, that's absolutely fine for learning the tune. So I'm going to start here. So we're going to place these 3 fingers, and then we're going to play up the way. I'll just show you first. You're going to circle round that F and then come back to it. Okay, so we're going to play up, circle round the F to the E with your index, and then put your thumb on the F again. Okay, so we'll play that slowly together. Get those fingers ready. 1, 2, 3. E, F, G, and then E, and then F. Okay, if you want to give that a bit of a practice, feel free to pause the video. We're just going to play it one more time. Okay. The next bit, we're going to place our thumb on the E and our index finger on the D. So these 2 white strings in between the colour strings, that's how you know where you're going to go. And we're going to play thumb, finger, thumb, and then another E. Okay, so the notes of that last bit are E, D, E, and another E. There's a lot of E's in this. So to start from the beginning, we're going to go around the F, so 3 fingers up, 3 in a row up from E. So we're going to go E, F, G, come round to the E and then the F, and finish off with a little E, D, E, E. Okay, so that is the whole of the first phrase. Let's play it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. You'll be pleased to know that the second phrase in this piece is exactly the same as the first phrase in terms of the melody. So for good measure, let's play it one more time. So you should know it quite well by now. But again, if you need to go over it, please feel free to stop the video and then rejoin in a minute. Okay, so we're going to go up from the E one more time. So 1, 2, 3. E, F, G, E, F, E, D, E, E. And then it repeats. Let's play it again. Okay, good. You've just learned at least half the piece and probably more like 3/4 of the piece, since the last line is also the same. Okay, and that is the first half. So what we're going to do now is we're going to learn the third line, which is a little bit longer. I'll just play the whole line so you can see where it's going, and then we'll look at the fingering. There are several different ways you could finger this section here. I'm going to teach you what I think is the most logical, especially for a beginner if you're not really very comfortable with the harp or you're not quite used to where to place your fingers. But there are several different ways of doing this. So if you're a slightly more experienced harpist, do feel free to change. If you're just learning this for the tune, do feel free to change the fingering and use what you find is most comfortable. But I'll show you what I think is logical. So this is the phrase. The phrase is going to start the same. Okay, so that's the whole phrase. I just wanted to play the whole thing so you could see where it's going, because sometimes when you break it down into fingering, you can lose sight of where you're actually trying to go to in the first place. So it begins the same. So we begin with this E, F, G, E, F, but this time we keep going down to the D. So instead of ending on the F, we want to place our index finger on the D and play that as well. So let's do that again very slowly. So 3 fingers, E, F, G, come back round to the F, and then after the F, you want to play a D. Okay, let's play that one more time. 1, 2, 3. E, F, G, E, F, D. Okay. If you want to have a practice at that, stop the video, have a bit of a practice at that. The next phrase, or the next half of this phrase, is you're going to place your 3rd finger on the E, and we're just going to go up 5. So we're going to go up 5 in a row, all the way to the B. Okay, that's where we're aiming for. Now, I personally find it more comfortable to play 3, 2, 1, 3, 1 here. Some people will find it more comfortable to play 3, 2, 1 and then 2, 1. Both are absolutely fine. Try both and see which you find is the most comfortable. It will depend on the shape of your hands, maybe how long you've been playing the harp, or just generally we're all a bit different, so things feel a little different for all of us. And I like 3, some people will prefer 2. Okay, so let's put that phrase together up to there. So it's going to start the same, going up 3 from the E, walk down, and then 5 up from the E. Okay? We're going to just finish the phrase and then we're going to play the whole thing, put the whole thing together. So the last bit of the phrase, you've just played that B with your thumb, you've just played that. So now you want to put your thumb exactly back where you just played it, but you want to also put all 4 of your fingers on. So we're going to play 4 in a row and we're going to go down. So we're going to play B, A, G, F, and then the F again. Okay, so that last bit, you've just played the B, and then you're going to play down from the B. So that phrase all together, the whole thing, the third phrase is going to go 1, 2, 3. E, F, G, E. Go down to the D, and now up 5 from the E. Keep it slow. When you play that B, you want to put your thumb back on and all 4 to end on with 2 Fs. Okay, let's give that another go. So where we're going is we're going to turn around, go down to the D, go up, and then come back to the D. So at the minute, we're not going outside of these 2 Cs. We're actually, the range of the melody is actually fairly small. So let's take it from the third phrase, the bit we've just done. So we're going to go after 3. 1, 2, 3. E, F, G, E. Keep walking down. F, D. 5 in a row going up. Keep it slow. B, and then walk down. Okay, so let's put it together from the beginning up to there. I'll just play it at a slightly faster speed so you can hear the rhythm properly. So I'll just put it all together. So it's going to go. Okay, so that's as far as we've got so far. Let's play that all together, a little bit slower than that. So from the beginning, 1, 2, 3. Repeat that, 3 fingers in a row. Same 3 notes to begin with. And then we keep walking down to the D, and now we're going to go up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back down for 4. Okay, good. So now we just have to do the last phrase, which is the same as the first 2 phrases. So you already know it. So unsurprisingly, we're going to start on the E, going up 3, and we're going to play. Let's just play it because we already know this bit. So after 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, so now let's play the whole tune all the way through, all together. So we'll keep it nice and slow. Again, if you want to go over any bit, feel free to pause the video and just have a little practice by yourself. But if you're comfortable up to there, let's give it a go from the beginning. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Repeat. Third phrase starts the same. We're going to keep walking down. And then up. And now down. And the last phrase. Good. So that is the whole of the melody line. Okay, so hopefully now you're comfortable with the melody. You've either had a bit of a practice or you've picked it up straight away and you're raring to go for the next section. So what we're going to do now is add some left hand to this. Now, again, the fingering used here that I'm going to show you is designed, I think, to be logical and easy for beginners. Again, there are several different ways of fingering this accompaniment, but I'm going to show you what I think is logical again. So if you're more experienced, feel free to disagree and use a slightly different fingering if you just want to sort of learn the notes that I'm playing. So what we're going to do, the first section, we're going to play with our index fingers an E and a D and an E. Okay, so these two white notes, which you'll recognise from the tune. Okay, so what we're going to do is the first two notes are played by themselves, and this first E is going to come with your thumb. So we're going to play E, F together. Okay, so just give that one more go. Okay, the next bit, we're going to play that index finger with the thumb, and then again with the thumb. So let's do that again. Place everything, get it ready, and it comes with the thumb, and then again with the thumb. For the end of that phrase, we're going to play, it's this bit in the right hand, and it's going to come, surprise, surprise, with the thumb, but the second time you play the thumb. So we're going to go thumb, finger, together. Okay, so let's put that all together nice and slowly. 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's try that again for good luck. Same thing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the next line, which as you'll remember the melody is exactly the same, the left hand is slightly different, but only very slightly. So instead of playing E and D and going back to the E, this time we're going to play the E and then the D and go down to the C. The rhythm is exactly the same. So what we end up with is, give it a go together, or you can just watch. 1, 2, 3. So you see how, you can hear how even though the melody is exactly the same, because the left hand changes, it sounds a little different, just gives it a different feel. So let's put those two lines together. 1, 2, 3. back to the E. And then starts the same. But this time the last note is going to be the red one. Good. Okay, so again, have a pause of the video, play it a few times to get comfortable, or we're going to move straight on. Okay, so the next section. This time, this is where I was talking about this fingering that I think is logical for people who are maybe a little quite new to the harp. There are several different ways you could do this, but again, I find this works quite well if you're not comfortable yet with different types of fingering. So we're going to start the same. I'll just play it to you. So we're going to start the same. And then here we're going to move in unison. Okay, so that's the reason I've chosen this fingering. So I'll just break it down. So we're going to play the E with the thumb, the D with the F, exactly as before. And now we're going to get our left hand and place 3, 2, 1 on C, D, E. And exactly as the left hand is playing E, F, G, you're going to play up. And then you're going to keep going. So the fingering here and the left hand and the right hand is exactly the same, except your right hand starting on the C and going up for 5. So C, D, E, F, G. And your right hand is starting on the E and going up for 5. So E, F, G, A, B. And when you play them together, you get this lovely harmony. These lovely walking tense, but that sounds very technical. This lovely harmony basically comes out of that. So I'm going to just play that phrase together, all together. So we're going to, up to that point, so we're going to play. Together, keep it slow here. And then for the bit where you come down, this is our tune. With the A, so not with the thumb this time, we're going to play a C. And then with our first F, we're going to play a D. So let's look at that again. 4 fingers in a row in your right hand. Your left hand is going to play a C with the A. And then with this F, you're going to just move up 1 and play the D. So your left hand notes, so that whole section, are going to be E, D, walk up for 5, go back down to the C, and then play the D. Okay, so that's the whole left hand all separate. The hands together, let's play it together really slowly. So you want to place your E and then the E, F, G in the right hand. After 3, let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3. And now 3 fingers in each hand, ready to go up. Fingers in my right hand, my left hand goes down to the C and then back up to the D. Let's do that one more time. So 1, 2, 3. we come to the last line. And as you remember, hopefully, the tune is exactly the same. Okay, we come back to this phrase again. Our left hand, instead of playing, the first time we played E, D, E, and the second time we played E, D, C, this time we're going to start on the C and play up the way. So we're going to play C and D and E. Okay, so every time this phrase comes, the left hand is doing something slightly different. So the last line, it's going to go with the thumb, again with the thumb, and then again with the second thumb. Okay, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3. Left hand plays C, and then D, and then E. Good. Okay, let's play the whole thing all the way through with both hands. 1, 2, 3. And that is the whole piece. So well done. Feel free to skip back and have a look at any bits that you might have missed, and keep practicing. I hope you enjoy playing this piece as much as I do. It is honestly one of my favourite melodies, and it doesn't need a huge amount more of anything, I don't think. Obviously you can extend the left hand if you want to, but it doesn't need much more than this very simple one finger left hand if you don't want to. There's nothing babyish or wrong with stopping with something as simple as that. So good luck.